What ho! Welcome back to another exciting adventure of Pensamientos de Viejo. Soy Travieso Viejo. Hola, ¿cómo estás? Mi hermanos y hermanas. There's a kiss for you. All right, I am making my way back home because I'm done for the day. It's really slow and I've made my money, which is funny because it's been so slow, but I've been out only since, I don't even know, when did I get out? Before 7. What time is it right now? It's only like 11:30ish maybe. So in 4 hours I made my money. Wow, that's pretty good. Oh my goodness, am I going the wrong way? I'm going the wrong way. I was just driving in the area, or in the general direction of where I thought I could go through, and can't do it. Not gonna that. The reason why I'm live right now is because I was talking to myself out loud after having the most amazing conversation. I've had a lot of good conversations, but there was something about that conversation. I don't know if it was because the woman with whom I was speaking was understanding some things for the first time and I could just sense the energy. I don't even know. But it was just a really meaningful conversation. And I'm really struggling right now with my decision to leave this position of doing Uber, although if I just move out to California, I could still be doing Uber in California. So, I still could be doing that. I'm just, this is what happens, right? The whole doubting myself in making the decision to leave this area because, look, I've got a place to live. I've got a bedroom, I call it my artist's garret, my little hovel. But I'm happy. I've got the rest of my day left ahead of me right now, A lot of the rest of the world around me, they're, still watching the clock, 8 hours for what? But that conversation was just really, and it's gone. I didn't record it. It's gone. But it was a meaningful conversation. And that's really interesting to me. I love that. I appreciate that. And I value that. And then I want to provide that value because then I said to her, I said, tell me what you think about this idea. I said, we just had a really amazing conversation. She said, yeah. And I said, what if I told you that I was recording that conversation and uploading it to a channel on YouTube for my podcast? She was like, that would be amazing. Were you? She said, were you? I said, no, I wasn't, but I wished I were. Wish I had been. And then that makes me think, that I should do this. In doing this, right? And making it public, ultimately, I would love for that to then be an income source, right? Because you're going to put out good quality content and whatever. But then you take something that you love and then you make it commercial, and then you maybe stop loving it. So, but I do think that I would still have a very, 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 if not trending podcast once people got a taste of it. If I could have recorded that conversation, like, I mean, I have others that are recorded, so I just have to go back into my archives, like I did yesterday, and I dug up the archive from 6 days ago. So I had a conversation 6 days ago, and sounds like my door's open. I guess my door is open. So I put up that first episode. I just put it up with no frills. I just put up a title card and then just went into it because I don't know. I busted my ass the first time I tried this 8 months ago, and made a big production about the introduction and the music and this, that, or the other thing, and the success of the channel is going to depend upon the sharing of the content by the viewers. If the viewers aren't sharing the content that they watch, that they love, then the channel's not going to grow. So I was just reflecting on that whole thing about moving out and moving into some other direction when it's like a bird in the hand is worth two in the bush. The future out there is unknown. It's not here yet. What I have is right here. What I have is security and comfort. And then you have the spiritual dimension of it, that when you are secure and comfortable, you don't grow. You don't change. You don't develop. So then that means I have to go forward then. That means I have to, even though I'm having such a great time, just have it right then, right? That was that moment. It was right then. It was just for her, just for me. And that's what's important, because she got, okay, whatever. I am the summation of so many other wise people in my life that nothing I say to you is original. Like, somebody was busting my balls. They had to have been a troll, because I was live and I said something. I have no idea even what I said. And the person said, "You got that from The Sound of Music. Do you steal all of your material? I'm like, are you serious? Like, you gotta, like, who busts a gasket over?" And then that just demonstrates that person doesn't even understand who they are, because whoever you are the summation of everyone you've had influence you, including Mickey Mouse or Barney or whatever the Smurf the next character is right now. I have no idea. Smoochie. Like, you aren't even original. I sound like my dad, right? My dad leaves me a voicemail. I'm like, oh my God, I'm talking to myself. Did I steal my voice from my dad? No. It's just the way genetics and nature and nurture and all that stuff, right? So nothing. Chill out, dude. Chill out, bro. Yeah, don't honk at me. You're the one behind me. You've got obligations. Yeah, chill out, broski. Man, oh man. This is why, like, whatever. He's the reason why traffic happens. Traffic jams, People are in a rush. And whatever. Forgot what I was saying. Oh, I think I remember now. So, so then that means that I have to move out into the future. That means I have to go into the cave, right? The treasure you seek lies within the very cave you refuse to enter. Okay? But what if that's the wrong cave? So here's a freebie for you. If you are listening to the sultry sound of my voice in the future, not right now. I don't even know if there's anybody listening right now. Please don't disappoint me. There is 0 people watching. That is awesome. So, in the future, because this is now the past, here's a freebie for you. And it will award you $25 if you contact me with this timestamp where I make this offer. So the thing that I'm going to say first, before it escapes my mind, and I think that it already did, the crack, I forgot what I was going to say already. Come here, I got something to tell you. Damn it. Man, it is gone, baby, gone. Whatever that was that I was going to say is absolutely bye-bye. Oh, freebie. Yeah. I got it back. Here we go. So the freebie is this, okay? Here is your brand new conversation piece for any situation, whatever. If you are in a situation where you are at a party or whatever, or, it's milling around, it's a social gathering. The one thing that you can suggest is, okay, let's be quiet, not talk. It's going to be uncomfortable. We can look at each other, we can look away, whatever, but we're not going to talk until the first person who realizes that they are having a thought has to then share what that thought is, no matter what it is. So we're going to be quiet, we're not going to say anything, and then we're going to let our minds just be on. And then once you realize you're thinking, be like, okay, what am I thinking right now? And then that's the conversation piece. You start telling us what your thought was. And then when there's a lull in the conversation, that's how the next part of the conversation will start. Everybody knows the rule. If there's no one talking, then the next person who talks has to be the one who has a thought to share. So if you just made it through that interesting tidbit I created today for a crowd breaker or a conversation breaker, if you are listening to the sultry sound of my voice in the future and you hear this part of the program, timestamp where this part of the program is, this episode, and contact me by email. And if I'm still alive and still have enough money, I will pay you the equivalent of $25 in the future. But it's in the future, not right now. You can't use this right now. I wish I could be playing music. I guess I could. I could find a AM radio station that has instrumental. Anybody got a visual on Luna? I got tons of clouds here.
Encouragement to those who are caught up in this.
Charles Swindoll.
Maybe those who didn't know what to do about it.
I haven't heard Chuck Swindoll in a hot decade. not Century even. I probably haven't listened to Chuck Swindoll since last Century, I'd say. Can't believe I haven't heard it. Let's get some classical music going.
ESPN that was sort of built.
So my awareness right now is just in driving, right? I was just thinking, well, tell them what you're thinking about. I was just checking my my speed and my camera position, or my mirror positions. Wish I could see the screen, but I don't even know if anybody's watching. If by chance you have made it this far to the exciting new adventure of Pensamientos de Viejo, would you mind hitting that Fonzarelli, smashing that like, make a comment in the comment section, and then share this content with other people who like to think about things that are not necessarily the popular opinion. So, a needle pulling thread. I really like the Sentras, and I used to own a 2019 for a short time, and then I made the decisions that I made, and that is then and this is now. Or that was then and this is now. Try to give a person the benefit of the doubt. If you've had a strained relationship in the past, and let's say you haven't spoken to this person for quite some time, think of this saying, that was then, this is now. So you don't know what they're like right now. So don't think that they are the same as they were back then. Because if you have a negative idea about them from the past and they're not that thing anymore, then your negative thought is going to be the problem. So always go into those new environments as a new opportunity for you to express your happiness in providing happiness for others. So if you've ever thought about what would make you happy, you might not have said it this way, but it might make sense to think about it. The most happy you would ever be is to have someone worship you. The most happy that you could ever be would be to have someone love you, have someone appreciate you, have someone be concerned about you, be obsessed with you even, so to speak. That is what would make you the happiest person in the world, is if you were the most important person in everyone else's life. And that's what would make everyone else happy too. But the secret to your becoming the focal point of everyone else's attention, are you paying attention? If you want everyone to always be thinking about you, if you always want people to think, damn it, I'm in a bad mood, where's Travis? If that's what you want, then ask yourself this question. Because I guarantee you that if you started small, just find someone that you could be like, okay, I'll start worshiping that guy. I'll start worshiping him. Okay. You just try it out. If you make that person the center of your attention, that person is going to make you the center of his attention. The cotton fields of Georgia. If you want to be a star, then make everyone else in your life the star. Make them feel you will be the happiest person in the world. Who would ever have a fight with you? Who would ever have a conflict with you if you're always trying to make other people content? And I don't mean that in an ass-kissing way, right? This is where the people who are sociopaths who don't get this glitch out and they don't understand because they're manipulators. So they're like, there's got to be something in it. There's got to be a reason why. Yeah, everyone does everything for a reason. And the only reason is selfish. Every decision you ever make, it doesn't matter what it is, every decision you ever make in life is always a selfish decision. It's about you. But it's not negative. That doesn't mean that it's negative. You're making this decision based on what you are right now. So, whatever that was for. How did I get off on that rant? Oh, making somebody feel special. Right. So that was part of the conversation that I had with Dulce. Was it Dulce? No, that was J-Rock. J-Rock. That, I doubt that was her name, but that was the name of the account. But, yeah, she had two twin little girls. And I said to her, I said, you want to know how to make those little girls successful for the rest of their lives? She said, how? And I said, teach them how to love other people. Because if they love other people, they will never be without anyone in their life who loves them. Or, you know, they will always have a place to go. You know? I never want anyone thinking, oh my God, I was wondering when he was going to leave. For better, for worse, you know what I mean? Oh my God, I was wondering when the hell was he going to stop talking? I'd rather that be the grossest offense. You know, I hope that I would have social etiquette. You know, not being the center of attention, not be the one that talks all the time, but because that can be annoying. I mean, that's the exact opposite, right? The exact opposite of what I was trying to tell this woman was that teach her daughter how to be interested in other people, and then that way when you're asking questions about other people and those other people are talking, that means that you're not talking about yourself. Right? I mean, honestly, that's what I've been doing with these conversations. To a certain extent, I didn't intend to, have this concept come into my mind that way. I was just talking to people about being human, and treating people with respect and honor, appreciation and love and hope. And sometimes I drag in the morning. It takes me an hour maybe. Yep. But this morning has been a great morning. Great conversations. Repeated great conversations. Product that I would be interested in, but no one else would. Oh, that's great for you, Travis. You like these conversations, but no one else is going to listen to them. Oh, I guess that might be true. That's the old Scylla and Charybdis of progress, right? You have to break eggs to make an omelet, and you have to learn how to flip the omelet, and a lot of times you're going to miss the pan and have to start over. Looking to see if there's anybody out there Woohoo! 0, baby. All right, I'll just wrap this up. Thanks so much for checking this podcast out. If you have made it to the end of this podcast, if you make contact with me anytime in the future, mention this part of the program with this timestamp and I will pay you $25. I've been your host, Travis Finley. Until next time.